15 books people read to get smarter. Jim Rohn once said, "Reading is essential for those who seek to rise above the ordinary." We all know that reading improves our intelligence. Regular readers have a stronger vocabulary, a deep comprehension of all types of topics and situations, and even higher levels of emotional intelligence according to science. So, with that in mind, we've produced a list of top books you can read to improve your intelligence. These books cover a wide range of themes and will not only entertain you but also educate you. Number 1, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich is one of the best-selling books of all time. It explores the psychological power of thinking and the mindset you need to advance your professional and personal life. It's a must-read if you're an investor or entrepreneur. Think and Grow Rich is about knowing the essential aspects that make someone successful at anything. It's less about how to get money and more about understanding the fundamental factors that make someone successful at something. It's also about understanding what motivates the world, what causes change, and what motivates ourselves. If you want to discover how to make a difference in the world with smarter and more confident thoughts, then read Think and Grow Rich. Number 2, The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. The 4-Hour Workweek shows you how to gain more time and financial independence so you can live a more flexible lifestyle without waiting for retirement. You can live smarter by automating a passive income and freeing yourself from useless tasks. Tim Ferriss comes across as immensely approachable and down-to-earth, which may explain his meteoric rise in popularity. If you want to get smarter in your daily actions, this teaches you to be effective in addition to efficient. Number 3, The Art of War by Sun Tzu. The Art of War is popular for a reason. It's proven itself throughout history. Know when to fight and when to avoid fighting, avoid the strong and attack the weak. Know how to deceive your opponent and know your strengths and weaknesses. While The Art of War by Sun Tzu is primarily about human conflict, its reach extends to all aspects of human interaction, from business and marketing to interpersonal relationships in general. Sun Tzu's teachings have been applied to everything from military principles to politics, business, and everyday life. The book is required reading in many higher circles, especially for a large number of top executives and managers. If you want to understand human interaction at a fundamental level, read The Art of War. Number 4, Thinking, Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. This is an excellent book to teach you how to think in certain circumstances. The idea of risk, according to Kahneman, is a human creation. It's there to help us navigate through danger, worry, and uncertainty. As the book explains in detail, sometimes it's more productive to think quickly, while other times it's best to think slowly and methodically. Kahneman examines 2 ways of thinking, System 1, which is fast, impulsive, and emotional, and System 2, which is slower, more deliberate, and rational. He looks at the differences between emotional and rational cognition and will actually change the way you think. Number 5, A Brief History of Nearly Everything by Bill Bryson. What do you find most fascinating about our world or universe? Is it outer space, other planets, or other galaxies? The depths of the ocean, or the strange, alien-like animals that live there? A Brief History of Nearly Everything lives up to its title by discussing everything we've discovered so far about our globe and the universe, including how they came to be, how we come to understand time, space, and gravity, why we're alive, and how much of our planet remains a complete mystery to us. Bill Bryson's book is the best-selling popular science book of the 21st century, and it shows us the planet as we've never seen it before. A Brief History of Nearly Everything is a must-read for anyone seeking answers about life and the cosmos. You are bound to finish it smarter than when you started. Number 6, From Good to Great by Jim Collins. What separates one smart person from another? From Good to Great answers that question and more. The book includes a helpful model that ties all the theories together in a way that is both meaningful and easy to remember. You will gain insight into how to build and break through the barriers that hold companies back by bringing together disciplined people, using disciplined thinking, and taking disciplined action. In his research, Jim Collins discovered some characteristics that all outstanding organizations share: hiring the right people, firing the wrong people, changing when necessary, and developing competent leaders are the keys to success. Putting this into practice in your life will improve your discipline and show you how smart planning and proper execution can help you win. Number 7, The Power of Habit, Why We Do What We Do in Life and Business, by Charles Duhigg. The Power of Habit explains why habits are at the heart of everything we do, how to change them, and the benefits or consequences of doing so in your life, career, and society. We all seem to develop both good and bad habits throughout our lives, so it's important to understand why we do what we do and how our habits can affect us. The book proposes a simple model to help us understand how habits are formed and broken: cue, reward, routine. As the book points out, the most effective strategy for changing a habit is to keep the cue and reward the same, but change the routine. Number 8. Think Like a Freak by Stephen D. Levitt and Stephen J. Dubner. Instead of relying on other people's ideas or common sense, Think Like a Freak teaches you to reject conventional wisdom, ask the right questions about everything, and come up with your own scientifically validated solutions. Increasing your intelligence often means changing your perspective and adjusting the way you think and make decisions. With so many different examples in this book, it's fun to observe how different people think to figure out how you can start thinking differently. Think Like a Freak is often cited as one of the best books for innovation, business, and marketing professionals on how to think smarter and influence others. Number 9. Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. A narrative of the birth and evolution of humanity. At one point, there were at least 6 human species. Today, there's only one species, Homo sapiens. What were the advantages that made us the only surviving species? Sapiens blends history and science to rethink traditional narratives, link past developments to modern challenges, and examine individual events in the context of larger concepts. From assessing the role evolving humans have played in the global environment to chronicling the rise of empires. Number 10. Smarter, Faster, Better by Charles Duhigg. Want to make better decisions in less time? In his best-selling book, Charles Duhigg focuses on 8 key productivity ideas that can help you get smarter, and illustrates them with fascinating stories and figures. You'll discover how to find inspiration, create goals, make decisions, and manage people by focusing on choices, motivation, and the way we set goals. Smarter, Faster, Better shares extensively researched stories from experts around the world to teach you how to do what you're doing better and more efficiently. This book is a must-read for anyone who wants to improve their productivity, their business, and their personal decisions and activities. Number 11. Short Answers to the Big Questions by Stephen Hawking. Even if science isn't your thing, this book deserves to be on your list. In Brief Answers to the Big Questions, Hawking analyzes the rules that govern the cosmos and the fate of humanity. In its pages, he addresses some of the deepest mysteries of the universe. Hawking uses his dry wit to give the reader a rudimentary understanding of complicated issues as he discusses the world's greatest concerns. Number 12. What If by Randall Monroe. Randall Monroe answers questions you didn't even know you needed answers to. What If is a collection of well-researched, science-based answers to some of the most bizarre hypothetical questions you can imagine, like what would happen if your cells suddenly stopped dividing, or what if there was only one soulmate for every person. Randall Monroe uses comedy and a lot of science to answer all of life's unimportant problems. What If is an entertaining read that will make you smarter, at least in your everyday life. Number 13. The Emperor of All Maladies, a biography of cancer by Siddhartha Mukherjee. A medical history book, yes, but a read that will influence you to make smarter lifestyle choices. The Emperor of All Maladies chronicles the genesis and evolution of our knowledge of cancer with a wonderful, truly humanistic biography of the disease. From its earliest recorded appearances thousands of years ago, through the epic efforts to treat, control, and defeat it in the 20th century, to a radical new understanding of its core. We discover the fascinating, accessible science behind what causes disease and what can be done to prevent and even cure it. Mukherjee tells the story of centuries of discoveries, losses, successes, and deaths from the perspective of his ancestors and contemporaries in the field. Number 14. Quiet by Susan Kane. Understand your personality and work smarter. Quiet analyzes the gradual emergence of the extrovert ideal for success during the 20th century, while also demonstrating the underappreciated potential of introverts and suggesting innovative ways for the two forces to work together. Kane's well-researched and thought-provoking book not only demonstrates the strength of introverts, but also addresses the challenges they face and how to overcome them. It will change the way you perceive others, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. Number 15. Remember by Lisa Genova. Lisa Genova is a neuroscientist, and she discusses why we remember certain things and forget others. Remember is an incredibly comprehensive and accessible book about intelligence, and Genova does an excellent job of describing memory and relating its importance to real-world consequences. She also explains why forgetting is a natural part of life and why it's nothing to be afraid of. The book discusses the differences between ordinary forgetfulness and forgetfulness caused by disorders such as dementia or Alzheimer's disease. Overall, the book teaches readers life-changing truths that can help them use remembering and forgetting to their advantage, rather than against them. And wouldn't you know it, here we are at the bottom of this 15-book list, and of course, you know how we are, we have one more for you as a bonus. Number 16, Stamped from the Beginning by Ibram X. Kendi. Ibram X. Kendi has published the best book on the history of racism in America that will inspire you to think differently about American history. Kendi explains how racist beliefs and discriminatory acts have permeated American history from its inception, from the Puritans and Founding Fathers, through the civil rights struggle of the 60s, to modern activism. This isn't a good versus evil story, but an inside look at how the most powerful country of our time grew from a colony to what it is today. And you might be wondering how this will make you smarter. Well, understanding the system will help you make better decisions overall. And you know Dr. Seuss, well, he once famously wrote, "The more you read, the more you know. The more you learn, the more places you'll go." Over the past few decades, our understanding of what makes a person smart has evolved considerably, from gaining insights into emotional intelligence to expanding our understanding of neuroplasticity. And what's one of the most effective strategies for getting smarter? Thought-provoking books. They've always been around, and they're sure to be around for a long time to come. Every year, thousands of books are written about how to see the world in new ways, understand ourselves better, and become smarter. They unlock more of our potential and help us become better and more accomplished people. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and even share it with your friends. Everyone needs a good book review. Let us know in the comments if you've read any of these books and what was your most thought-provoking takeaway. We always love to hear from you. Until next time, happy reading! Thanks for watching this video. If you found it valuable, please consider subscribing to our channel and joining our great community. See you tomorrow!